Time, Sylvan Heights at $6, Lance Corporal $5.50, Sir Richie $26, Alabar and Morcelli at 10 each, Real Tonic at $4.20. Brett Scott aboard Real Tonic today. Regal Revenues at 18, Corma 49, and the Craig Durden mount, Mr. Selby, Dan O'Sullivan trained, is the favourite for the Galleywood hurdle at $3.40. Horses about to move. A great spectacle about to take place at Warrnambool, the running of the Galleywood hurdle, over 2,950 metres. The main chances, Sylvan Heights now at $6.50, Lance Corporal $4.80, Real Tonic easing to $5, and Mr. Selby is the popular pick for this race. And it's on the next page of betting at $2.80. Gawler official placings, race 3, 271, Quinella 24.40, and the trifecta paying $360. Now let's go trackside to Greg Miles at Warrnambool for the call of this jumps feature of the day there.
It's been a very confident move for Mr. Selby on track, but in the last 3 or 4 minutes there has been some trimming of some of the more juicy odds for Sylvan Heights and Lance Corporal, and Real Tonic's been quite solid in the betting. He does deserve a good victory, Real Tonic. He's been placed in so many good races, Cup Hurdle, Grand National, down at Oakbank in the Yalumba, so he's a very consistent animal. Up he goes next to Lance Corporal. Sir Richie about to come along. Just might find these a bit nippy, better suited over the tall fences. Previous race won by Stop the Cash, Mark Zara. The second was won by Queeler's Quest, the novice steeplechase, and the first was won by Blanket Bay. They're sweeping wide here today. It'll be more pronounced, of course, in the flat races later on. But if you like a horse drawn wide, I wouldn't be at all worried. Now, Alabar moved up into the stalls. Sylvan Heights, who won it last year, is about to come in for Paul Daniel. Craig Durden's won 3 of these. They've only had them since the last 8 years, starting in 1995. Craig won 3 in succession on Moon Chase, Kimmeray and Tarbob. Sylvan Heights, Joe Haitley won it last year. Paul Daniel on board today. As it moves in, we need Corma and Mr. Selby, and we'll have them right to go then. Mr. Selby about to move in. Starters heading to the platform. 9 running, but it's a very high quality hurdle race. $54,000 event. Mr. Selby coming up into his spot now, 7-year-old son of Tyrrell. The light's been turned on. Lance Corporal has the inside, similar colours to Regal Revenue. There's a white cap on Regal Revenue. Pink cap Lance Corporal, who has the inside. So they're all in now, set to run. 2,950 metres for the Galleywood hurdle. They stand in ready. Racing now. And out the back was Sylvan Heights, usually a front runner, so he settles 2 or 3 lengths last. Mr. Selby second last, and Sir Richie is showing some dash over the first one, leading Regal Revenue, Real Tonic, Corma out wide, Lance Corporal easing back on the inside, and they're followed then by Morcelli. Behind these, Alabar. Mr. Selby back second last, and Sylvan Heights is going past him. He's going to steadily work round the field. Pacemaker is now, as they come up towards the turn, Morcelli taking over by about 1.5 lengths. Sir Richie second as they swing around the turn. Corma's holding third. Sylvan Heights is improving around Lance Corporal and Regal Revenue. And then Alabar on the inside of Real Tonic. And Mr. Selby's last of the 9. So fronting up for a treble of hurdles down the straight. Morcelli over the first one. He jumped it reasonably well. They did flatten that panel though. He's about 1.5 lengths in front of Corma. Sir Richie the inside. Sylvan Heights is working up on the outside to try and go to the lead now as they come to the one in front of the stands. Again, they've belted it down. Next in the field, about midfield, was Sir Richie. Behind him is Real Tonic, improving outside Regal Revenue, Lance Corporal, Mr. Selby, and Alabar is last of all. As they leap this one, Corma was the one who knocked that one down, and out towards the 1800, Sylvan Heights finds his favoured role. Last year's winner leaves the straight with a 2-length advantage over Morcelli. Corma third, Sir Richie fourth, Lance Corporal fifth the inside. Real Tonic travelling wide, and they're followed by Alabar on the inside of Regal Revenue, and Mr. Selby off the rails last of all. Out past the 1600 metres they race, and Sylvan Heights by 2 lengths. Morselli follows him, and about 4 lengths away in the field, Sir Richie. On the rails is Cormer as they leap the 5th hurdle in the race, and they're followed by Lance Corporal, Real Tonic, Alabar the centre. 2 lengths to Mr. Selby, and Regal Revenue now on the inside is last of all. As they go into the back now, 14 or 1300 metres left in front of them, and the leader is Sylvan Heights, a length and a half. Morselli second, 3 lengths to Sir Richie third. Real Tonic goes up to 4th now, followed by Alabar and Lance Corporal together as they leap the next jump. Back behind them is Cormer. Mr. Selby starting his run on his outside, and Regal Revenue last of all. Down the back they've done a circuit, 1,000 metres to go. Sylvan Heights comes to the next one, and he leapt it well. He lands by 2 lengths. Morselli, Real Tonic third, Lance Corporal 4th off the fence now, pushing Alabar wider still. Back behind them, Mr. Selby starting his run from Regal Revenue. Then Sir Richie, who got left when they sprinted up. Oh, Mr. Selby got into trouble after jumping that one, and he's down. Mr. Selby took a pretty heavy fall there. Cormer got interfered with. 600 left to go, and Sylvan Heights in front. Lance Corporal and Alabar are challenging. 2 lengths to Real Tonic, trying hard, and they've got away to Regal Revenue as they come towards the turn. Lance Corporal takes the lead at the 400. Big Alabar with a challenge on the outside. Then Sylvan Heights and Real Tonic is battling away. 1 to get over. 300 left to go. Lance Corporal the leader. Sylvan Heights coming again on the inside. Alabar wider, and then Real Tonic. They come to the last one now. Alabar with a strong run on the outside. Sylvan Heights kicks back. Lance Corporal wilting on his run. Sylvan Heights is finding something on the inside. Last year's winner again in front of Alabar. Sylvan Heights back to back by a neck. Alabar second. Lance Corporal third. Real Tonic just missing. Long break then to Regal Revenue, trailed in by Morselli. Sir Richie is at the tail of the field. Cormer is last to finish. Mr. Selby taking a heavy fall over the back of the course. Let me see horses to his feet. He's been picked up by the clerk of the course. Craig Durden is being attended to by the ambulanceman now. It's a back-to-back victory for Sylvan Heights, and what a fighting win it was. Clearly headed. He's come again. He missed the start. He had to work to find the lead. He looked beaten, particularly considering he was giving weight to everything in the race. But what courage we saw from him to come back with his second wind and score back-to-back Galleywood wins, the first to do so. Number 6 second, Alabar, ridden by Willie Harnett. He looked the winner coming around the home turn, as did Lance Corporal, who wilted on his run. He strode to the leaders at the bend and looked to be travelling well, but when the pressure was really applied, he just wilted in the last little bit. And Real Tonic missing out on the money. He's been beaten about a length altogether in 4th place. And 5th home, a long way back though, was Regal Revenue.
A marvellous effort by the 9-year-old Sylvan Heights to win back-to-back Galleywood hurdles this afternoon. The first horse in history to do so, the race having been run for 8 years now. And we're standing by for an update on how Craig Durden and his mount Mr. Selby are after the fall 1,000 out from home. Runners heading out at Ipswich for race 3. Handicap, you're looking at Gypsy Lad on screen. He's the race favourite at $4. Karen McAvoy riding today for Mike Moroney. Gypsy Lad resuming from an 8-month break. His last start was in September last year when he was narrowly beaten at Flemington in a 1,700 metre race by Court of Jewels. His first up record is impressive. He's won 2 from 3. And his overall race record is very impressive too. He's won 4 from 11. He's got class, Gypsy Lad, and he will take some beating. Now at Ipswich, the protest in race 4 has been dismissed second against first, so the placings will stand officially as 4, 1 and 3. Now as they head out at Warrnambool for the flat feature, the Wangoom, let's go to Andrew Bensley for the latest.
Karen McAvoy, Joe, has won this race for the last 2 years on the same horse, Port Danger, but he's trying to win a treble of them today on Gypsy Lad, and it's had a little bit of support. It eased down initially, but just in the last call that we've got coming through, it is first up. It had an operation for bone chips, and of course would have had a couple of jumps out, you would have thought, at the Flemington base of Michael Moroney. Looked very good in the condition going into this first up run over 1,200 metres, and it's going to start favourite. There's a group of them then. I'll work down from the top. Scenic Garden, it's been a little bit of a drifty and near enough the tote. Confederate Kid, drifted a little bit, near enough. Energy Abounds on a dead track, double figure odds. Gypsy Lad, as I mentioned, more support coming through. Mr. Guilo's been kept very safe in the market. You're getting some value at the moment, $8.70. Dolphin Dance has drifted into the double figure odds on track. Mukhtar Cherie, first up, probably may like it a little bit wetter. It's a double figure odds, and in fact the rest of them are. Mossy Ton, number 14, is one that has been spec'd at double figure odds. $20 odd on the tote is some good value, number 14. So as they go to the barrier, it's favourite Gypsy Lad, then a group of horses, Mr. Guilo, Confederate Kid, Scenic Garden Joe, all around the same quote. And the race, the Wangoom, coming up in about 3 minutes.
A wide betting race, and not surprisingly, value bets have an interest here. To find out what that is, phone 1902 238 238. Race 4 Canterbury, official placings 6, 8 and 7. Corey Brown aboard the winner, Barker Boy for Maxi Lees. Quinella 11, 10 trifecta, $163. And at Ipswich, official placings now for race 4, the protest dismissed, 4, 1 and 3 there. Quinella 11, 10 and the trifecta $27.30. The next on the program at Ipswich, race 5 is due in about 12 minutes time. The Sky Rating selections 3, 1, 4 and 5. Sydney is at $3.90, well fancied on Unitab. The rest of the betting there, Hot Symbol at $8.50, $5.20 Seahawk Lass, Flying Socks at $5.70 and End Zone at $5.60. They're the main chances in the next Class 5 race over 1,020 metres. Now it's time to join Greg Miles trackside for the running of the 2003 Wangoom Handicap.
Righto, Joe. Yes, this is the big sprint race of the carnival, and it's attracted a good, strong, even field. Solid support coming late in betting for Gypsy Lad, having his first start since the Bone Chips operation. And he does possess a very good first up record, and he looked very well as he entered the mounting yard. Kieran McAvoy having won the race for the past 2 years, going for 3 straight. Moving up, there's Hong Si Lad, the first to go into the stalls. Horse 12, big odds at $26.80. Mr. Guilo about to move along, has an inside barrier. Big race of the day coming up, at least as far as the flat is concerned. Galleywood Hurdle, of course, the main jumps race, won by Sylvan Heights. He won it for the 2nd year in a row. Kieran McAvoy going for his 3rd straight win in this particular race. He scored on Point Danger the past 2 years. Mr. Guido's got in. Ponantina, who showed dazzling pace to lead all the way at Oakbank, is ready on the inside. Here's Mr. Bombastic coming up into the line. Battling for his best form at the moment. Mossy Ton coming up. It's been tried at long odds. Mossy Ton didn't have much luck at his most recent start and has blinkers on today. Going up, Grey Regent is ready. Mukhtar Cherie goes into its place. Here's Energy Abounds. Disappointed first up, but gee, he's unbeaten second up, and if he could find his right form, he'd be a real genuine winning hope, but he just is too disappointing, really, fresh up. There's Scenic Garden going in. He's unbeaten in 3 starts at the track. Stablemate Prince Ida came off a long injury and forced layoff to win impressively at Hamilton. This is Confederate Kid coming in now. If he doesn't get too far back, he really will hit the line hard. Sedation, back from Tasmania, about to move up. There's a Radiance in the purple colours. Field is nearly ready. Starters on the platform, waiting for a Radiance to come up and complete it then. 15 in the Chittix Bakery Wangoom Handicap. They're set to run. Ready and racing. Gypsy Lad in the middle of the line, jump well, and Scenic Garden got into stride fast. Prince Ida's driving for the lead. Energy Abounds was away well. Going through Mr. Bombastic along the inside, and Ponantina's trying to show some pace along the fence. Mr. Guido is just off them, settling fully. Mr. Bombastic had the lead to Prince Ida. Ponantina pushing through on the inside. Energy Abounds in a good trailing spot, 4th. Mossy Ton 3/4 away, and then Scenic Garden. 2 lengths to Gypsy Lad outside Mr. Guilo. 1.5 Sedation, Mukhtar Cherie, Hong Si Lad, and then Dolphin Dance wide. 2 lengths Confederate Kid of Radiance, and Grey Regent last of all at the 500 metres. And Prince Ida working 3 wide. Ponantina on the rails and Mr. Bombastic in the centre. Lead Energy Bounds on the outside. Scenic Garden. Mossy Ton off the track. Gypsy Lad looking for a way through is right behind the leading bunch, and Confederate Kid coming wide with Dolphin Dance. Energy Abounds hit the lead. Gypsy Lad in the clear. Confederate Kid winding up strongly down the outside, and then Sedation, but Confederate Kid pounces on them. Gypsy Lad can't rally at the moment. Down the outside, Sedation, then Mukta Cherie, but Confederate Kid is clear and kept going under the whip. Confederate Kid won the Wangoom. Energy Abounds second. Photo third and a beauty too. Sedation, Gypsy Lad and Mukta Cherie all figure. Then Dolphin Dance, Hongsy Lad, the Scenic Garden, followed in by Irradiance, Mr. Guilo, Grey Regent, Mossy Ton, Mr. Bombastic, and well back as Prince Ida with Ponantina last in the Wangoom. Confederate Kid has won the race. Beautiful ride by Peter Mertens. If anything, he might have found the lead a touch too far out, but he kept that strong run going. Great performance to win. Energy Abounds finding much better form today. Will get second, and it looks like Sedation has got up for third, although that's not yet through. Now it is and official, so 2, 3 and 5. 2, 3 and 5. Confederate Kid winning the race, and a terrific ride to get through and win. It's just a matter of whether he gets too far back in his races, but he didn't get all that far away from them. He'd improved to be in a challenging role at the turn, and he hit the line very, very hard, ending quite a long run of outs. I don't think he'd won a race since December of 2001.
Yeah, long time out of the winner's circle for Confederate Kid, but he bounces back for an authoritative win in the Wangoom Handicap this afternoon. Placings there again, 2, 3 and 5. Race 5, Ipswich.
NTRA.